Hello. Hi guys. Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. Tuesday afternoon. Lord. Crazy day at work and I need some unwind time. So, hoping that you are going to hang out with me tonight and play along. So Toni from Crafts by Toni did a really cool video doing paper strips like for the edge of pages with her super thin washi tape. Now, I'm thinking, I don't have like a super ton like she did, but I've got enough here that I think we can make some cool things. And I'm thinking, what if we try to make some little tickets or labels? So that's what I want to try to do tonight. Should be fun. No idea how it's going to turn out because we have not tried this yet. So I am going to just jump right in. I have paper here, paper strips. I've got a couple different kinds. Some of these they're from papers that I don't use very often. I use them for some packaging. Some of them I think we can use the front and others not so much. Like this one probably is you're not gonna be able to see anything if we make that the label. So we'll probably flip it over. Different widths. I think most of them are probably 12 inches long because they came from a 12 by 12 pad. And I've got some black ones here too that we might try. So I'm not real sure exactly how we want to do this other than just start. So in an effort to make it reasonably easy, I'm going to start by doing the full length and then we can start turning it into label shape. So this looks like it's pretty straight. I think we should go get some stuff out of the way here. Well, let's stamp first. Let's see about, I wanted to pull this stamp out. Got this for a couple bucks at a thrift store. And I love, it's not mounted, so we'll see how that goes. But I think it's super cool, old typeface. So let's just try it. I'm thinking that our best bet will be to start with tea dye, do it a little bit subtle in the background, and see how that looks. I think since I can't see through it, I'm going to put it on like this, and we'll see what it does. Interesting. It is beading. Why did it bead? That's very odd. I wonder if it's because I don't know. I've never seen it do that. There's probably a very well-known reason why it does that, but let's try it with, oh, that made a mess. Here, let's see. That's not so bad. I know there's something about priming stamps, but I have no idea what that means or how to do it. I'm just making a big old mess. Well, okay. Cripes. It's going to be one of those nights. Where are my paper towels? Here they are. All right. Let's wipe some of that off. Did I hear something about roughing them up just a little? I'm going to try it down here with the Z. I think I saw something about that if you rough them up, it's a little more grippy. We're gonna see. It probably will not do anything. No. All right, well, research needed on how to make that work. In the meantime, let's go with, how about, we'll go with this stuff. I mean, it stayed on there, but it's weird and speckly. Let's do this guy. And I'm gonna go ahead. I usually don't put it on a block, but I'm gonna, because why not? How about that way? No, that's silliness. Stop it. We're just gonna put some words up and down. And there. See, that's already working better. If I didn't have all this stuff in the way. Just some things in the background. I should probably turn it over too, since I'm doing this upside down. I just realized. Although it probably really doesn't matter. There. That looks better. Okay. So there's our stamping for our background. Now, I want to try some of these little Temu flowers. I know they are the knockoff version of Tim Holtz flowers. Let's see how these look. And I am thinking, and I don't know if, not sure if I'm gonna want to do them in like the same one or different. Not sure yet. I've never used these, so let's see what they look like. We'll try it first in vintage and see what that gives us. Right here, so it's kind of towards the edge. Oh, isn't that cute? All right, so perhaps this would be a nice one to also do. Let's give it a shot. Now, I was thinking we'd get 2 out of this strip, but I don't know. We could just put them in different directions and see what we end up with. Some of these smaller ones. Let's try it. Okay, slow down. Relax. We don't have to be in a big hurry. Let's go straight up and down with that one. Still not sure how these are going to turn out at all, but we're at least trying something cool. I wonder if these will fit. They mostly fit on here. All right, can we, let's see if we can efficiency this up a little bit. Not that we have to be in a hurry. This would be the smarter way to do it. Where'd the, oh, right here. This would be the smarter way to do it. It doesn't have to be exact, but just kind of close to what we had before. So let's now pick these up. That, and but we'll get a couple more on there still. Yep. Okay, now let's see what we can make happen here with our green tape. This could be an epic disaster, but, well, so can life sometimes, but that's okay. Now, let's make our top. I'm gonna try not to stick my head in the way here. Well, that's gonna cut off some of the flower, but okay, it's all right. Now, where do we want the bottom? Perhaps here? Let's see, can we, by chance, oh no, because I'm out of space. I thought maybe we might be able to straighten it up by using the lines, but no, nope, no. All right. We can try this. See if we can get two out of here. They might be narrow, but that's okay. Sometimes the little narrow little bitties are pretty cute. All right, so now let's see what we end up with and if we can manage to make something cool. Let's pull out our scoreboard and see. Let's start from one end. Scissors, where are you, scissors? Right here. Oh, well, are you going to stay down washi tape? Or is that going to be another problem? Did I just not push it down? All right, well, it looks like it's probably okay. You know what I saw her do? She used a sanding disc, but I've got this file that really kind of pushed it down. Let's see if that helps. And it makes it look kind of cool too. We'll see if that does anything. What's the worst that can happen? It falls off before we get a chance to use it. Or it starts to fall off when we do use it, in which case we will just put some glue on there. So that is not a problem. All right, how long do we want our little tickets? 1 3/4, perhaps? Well, let's put it this way. So we've got the top. Or do we want to go 1 1/2? Let's go 1 1/2. 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2. A little bend there. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but let's see, it would be about right there. So let's again go 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, and again. One 1/2. That's pretty all right. Okay, so we've got our bends here. The bends, we got the bends. Okay. Let's cut these in half and see what we end up with. Do we first, let me think here now. I'm wondering if it's a smart idea to save time and do it. Do our holes now, or Well, let's see what they look like. So we got a couple options. We can do the slightly bigger hole with this paper punch. The only thing I don't like about that is it's hard to see where your line is at half. Well, let's try it and see. It's not going to be perfect, and that is okay. All right, let's see. Can we do a half here? And a quarter. And a quarter. Well, those are cute. Yeah, I think I'm all right with that. Let's keep doing it that way. So, oh, that's too much. Half. Quarter. Oh, don't. Ooh, that would have been bad. Make sure you unfold it as you're going, or you're going to be in trouble. Because you're going to poke right, or you're going to punch right back through the other ones you just did if you don't unfold it each time. I'm making best guess here at the punching. And it really absolutely does not matter if you get it a little too far in or not quite far enough, because we do not need it to be exact. Right here and here. Oh, this guy's getting all kinds of full. Oh, these things with the little catcher. I don't know if it's easier or harder to try to do it that way, or if it's just better to just make a mess and then sweep it all up. Okay, let's see if we can get this reasonably straight. I bet we can. Pretty easy to still see the line. So we're just cutting between our two strips of washi. And then you could go ahead and put more stamps on them now, or you could leave them like that to use to stamp once you're ready to use them. But I think let's just play with some stamps. Let's find, we need some numbers. Let's find some numbers. Surprise, surprise. And let me see what I got here. Let's go with, in my opinion, one of the best ever. I love field notes. I think they're the greatest. Let's see, what would fit well on these? Would a little receipt number? That would. Okay. Now, instead of going full on black, let's use scorched timber, because that will look pretty. And we're just going to put one in each, and if it doesn't come out exactly perfect, that is also okay. I think these are super fun. Yeah. so cute. All right, what next? What next? I'll put that back. How about, what do we want? Is this guy too big? No, this guy's not too big. I wonder if it'll be easier if I have a little more grip. I bet it will. Let's go this way so I don't drag my hand through it. How quick and fun and easy are these? Do you see? Oh Lord, I hear the little guy. All right, love it. We'll pull them all out and look at them together when we're all done. Clean that off a little bit. And, oops, let's see. Next, let's pick another piece. How about, what else do we got here? I wonder if we could use like a lighter colored tape. This one's really intricate. Let me see if you can see that. This one's super intricate. I wonder if we put that on here and then we stamped with a, it clearly doesn't need a background, like a heavy number. Let's try it. Worst that can happen is we don't like it. So let's try that. Get this on here. Where are you? Okay. Go about, it's about 2 inches, so about here and about there. We can just hold it there. Oops. Okay, we can go on the bottom with this. I'm going to try to do it with the pattern pointing towards the inside. It'll be perfectly straight, but also not a problem. All right. Might be just a little nerve-wracking. I think I'm holding my breath. And now this way. Hopefully that will be enough that it will stand out from the back. So I want to try, let's use the black this time. And I wonder if the 785 will fit. Oh, duh. We need to fold first. Where are you? Let's not get all excited and then be a big mess. And also, still obviously getting all excited, let's do the little sanding to really push it down. I probably should not be doing this right on my glass mat. It's probably not the smartest. I do have a few scratches in it. One there. I can't remember what I did. Something dumb. And then I scratched it. All right, we'll clip these guys. I hope my little ceiling fan isn't too loud. So our air conditioner went out a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago. And we found out we have to get a new air conditioner. but they can't come until the 20th. So we're have window air conditioner and fans to move it around, but I turned off the window air conditioner so that we wouldn't have a bunch of noise. Did I do 1.5 or 1 3/4? We did 1.5. 1.5 and 3 and 4.5. So, but I do need a little bit of a fan on, or I'll probably melt. It's not even that hot. I'm just a wiener. Okay. Right, and one more over here. And 1.5. Okay. There we go. Now, I think I stamped before. Did I stamp before? No, I didn't. It's been like 2 minutes, and I already forgot what I'm doing. I don't know if that means I'm in the moment or I've totally lost my mind. Probably both. I love little labels and tickets, and I have such a fun time finding ways to make them like this. And then you end up with, you know, you're gonna run out. No, I don't think we'll ever run out because, well, we keep making them. But they're fun. And you can get a lot done in a relatively short amount of time. And everyone, well, I was just gonna say, everyone looks different except for the, you know, line of them that we just made. But in general, every strip you make looks a little bit different for the most part. At least for me, because I'm not good at being exact. But that's okay. We don't need to be exact. See if it's gonna be. I'm so happy about that first one. I'm, you know, trying to not get my hopes up too much for this because we can't have total success in our endeavors. We've got to have stumbles. Okay. I do think that those are gonna look all right. Let's do our 785. I don't have a super strong opinion one way or another yet about the VersaFine Claire. It's really juicy still, but maybe this is gonna help me make my decision. Yeah, this was a good idea. I'm just gonna say, look at that. Super crisp. Maybe I just needed to use it with the bolder number instead of the super intricate little detaily ones. But I don't know if you can see how nice that turned out. Or the other thing that it could be, quite and probably quite logically, is that, or quite possibly, I don't know, whatever. Most likely it's because these are much better stamps than the other ones that I was using it with. And we know that Mr. Holtz has the best stamps and super high quality. Now what? What about some this side up? That should stand out good. Let's do it. Don't start in the middle. Nut. Ooh. I like it. Yeah, I don't know if it's the stamps or the ink, but I tell you what, it's a good combination. Loving it. I can't remember where I got this. Was on sale somewhere. That's why I finally picked it up. And my other permanent blacks were getting a little bit dry. I wonder how long we can sit and do this before somebody bothers us or we get tired. I hope for a while. So I am just cutting between those two pieces. Hoping that maybe since these are on the like the prettier papers, that we can use these in our pink journal. Cool. Like it. I like it. Well, some of them are a little wonky. That guy's, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. They're still very nice. All right, now this is not gonna fly. We're gonna turn this guy over and we're just gonna do one on this one. Let's just pick. We'll pick pink. How about if we do, let's get some, Lord. How about a purple, this milled lavender in the background, and spun sugar is very light as well. Let's see if we can, but what do we want to put in the background? How about, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Butterflies, moths, things like that. There's also this one that I got that I haven't used yet. I thought I had a ledger one somewhere. It's not like, I mean, I've got a lot of stamps, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I've got an insane bunch of stamps. They pretty much all fit in one of the little organizer containers that I have. Let's try this one because I like it. Let's go here. Oops, and maybe we'll use these flowers again. Or I've got the little bitty, oh, what was the brand on those? The little one that the little flowers that I got for the video for my niece's birthday project. These might be, oh gosh, Bo Bunny maybe? I don't remember, but they're really cute. All right. Let's try the lavender and see what we think of that. Well, it's gonna make a big mess. All right, we just need to make sure that we get enough on there. Ooh, that is very juicy. Better. Okay. Maybe we'll go here on this one now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm all over the place. Up and down and on the paper, but off the paper. Just put it down. It doesn't even matter. There. Background. Background stamps. And I don't have any thing to wipe it off on. Okay, so there's the lavender. So that gives us one bit of color. Now what about if we do some in pink as well? maybe the other direction. We'll see if it even shows up. It might not. Oh, it does. Okay. All right. I will take that. We'll just put a few for our background. I probably should have gone all the way here. There. Probably should have went just right next to each other so we had some on each area that we're doing. Okay, that's okay. It works. All right, now let's do I think we should do the flowers, but let's do this first, like we did before. This one clearly is only going to be enough for one, so it should be relatively easy. This one might be a little more subtle. And you could do these as big or as small as you want. You could put stickers on them. Lots of different things. My cat said stickers are a good idea. I don't know. He's out in the hallway. Oops. Okay. Tell you what, this is a good way to sit down and rest your brain at the end of a busy day. All right. Let's go. And a half, 3, 4 and a half. And 1.5, 3, 4 and a half, and one more. One and a half. Works out very well. I suppose if I would have thought about my math, I would have known that would be the case, but sometimes we don't need to math this late in the day. All right. Oh, might not have got exactly straight there. That's okay. Just doing our quarters. Ooh, looks like it might be cracking. These might be ones that are much better used one at a time, and you can just cut them when you're going to use them. I don't know why punching holes can be so therapeutic and relaxing. I don't know. I think I just like to do anything that has to do with crafting. Let's see. Now. Okay. So, looks like there is our top. I know we did some sideways, but just in general, they go this way. So now we need to pick a flower that we think would look pretty. although it's going to likely go over. What about just a little one in a blossom? Oh, sometimes I have too many options in my life and they make things really hard. How about if we use some of these little guys? Let's just pull some off and see if we can make a cute little something that we would like to have on there. We're gonna see what that looks like before we go putting it on our stuff. Whoa, oh, well, that was smart. Oh, I don't know how well this stuff washes off. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Let me find this. Is that cute? Maybe? Maybe if we put this over here. Well, and you press the whole thing. You gotta press the whole thing. Oh Lord, I'm overthinking it. Guys, let's just do it. And then I started on the wrong end, and I'm using the dark color, and I was going to not do that. Now we're doing it. It'll just have nice contrast, but it also goes over the edge of our thing. Why is this so hard to hold on to? This one is giving me issues. Not that I don't have a load of my issues all on my own, but this is giving me more issues. Surprised I didn't smear it. Okay, maybe we do need a little word. Grow beautiful. Bloom fits nicely. Let's just do it. Let's do it. And then I would like to, putting these all in the places they don't go, I kind of want to see if we can put some of these words and the little tapes on there. Why are you starting in the middle? Oh. Oh. I can't be too complainy though, because you know, we're doing all right. Sometimes though, if I would just slow down. But if I'm not going, I'm not real good at a happy medium. We'll just say that. Either it's super fast or super slow. But what do you do? Okay, let's do some bigger ones. I know that we aren't going to be going too much longer because I'm running out of strips on hand right here next to me. How about just stick that there. If we're going to do this bigger one, I think I'd like to do it in browns. So maybe we'll use this, or we could use the purple. I think the brown. And maybe we do them mostly the same. Where are those? Where did I set them? Here they are. Now, are there any that we like a super lot that will fit on here? I really like this one. Let's do this. And this one we're not gonna fold first. This one we're going to stamp first. Because I don't even know that we're gonna make it into a ticket shape. We might just make it into a whatever shape. Label shape? I don't know. Some sort of shape. How about, well, now do we want it on this side or this side? That might be a little busy. I think there's a cricket in my office. There is, I hear it. Or a frog. I hope it's not a frog. That's a cricket. Let's go. Let's see. Let's start just kind of distressing this up a little bit. I really like this antique linen for taking white paper and just dirtying it up enough. Oh my God. Dirtying it up enough that it doesn't look so white anymore. All right, so there's that. Now, maybe we want to, where did my grungy stamps go? I had them out because I usually forget to put them away. Here they are. See, I just have them in a little pile because I get kind of lazy sometimes. Okay. How about, we still don't want it super dark. So let's go this guy. Well, that wasn't helpful. Well, maybe that will work better. We'll just, then I know I'm not doing the same thing everywhere because it's just my dabbing. We're dab stamping. Whatever. Tever. Okay, guys, we're gonna make this look really cool. What else? We'll definitely ink around the edges of these, I think. But we can always add more grungy if we need to. So I'm gonna, let's do, oh, well, I know, let's overthink it. Let me see. How about, what if we go with this very pale in the background? I've not used this one very often. And we could even go antique linen. What is that blue thing? Blue on there. We can even go antique linen to make sure it's really not too dark and super subtle. Yeah, I like it. And we'll just do these all the way down. It is really, really subtle. But once I get them on, I'll bring them up closer so you can see. Just another layer of interest when we're doing these. And the nice thing about working in the strips like this is that you get, you know, several at the same time. And if you want them all to be different, by all means, you totally can do that. Use different stamps on each one, different colors. But let me show you. Let's see, there, how subtle that is. Just a little something for the background. All right. right, now let's go ahead and put our tape on, and then we will move on Oh, I'm holding my breath again. Whoops. If you hear a crash, call for help. It's because I concentrated too hard and passed out. Which sounds kind of like something I would do. Okay, there, I can breathe, I can breathe. Maybe we'll go vertical too, but I don't know for sure. All right. Oh, there's the, oh my God. The number of animals that have to interrupt what we're doing. Cats, dogs, crickets. Surprised you didn't. Well, I suppose you might have heard my rats in the background having their dinner. Okay. Now let's go in with this. And how about the ground espresso? We'll go nice and deep and dark. This might even have a little bit of that, I'm gonna say that kind of reddish brown tinge, but it does not, which is not a problem. Let's see what walnut stain looks like in the distress. Huh. Just about the exact same as the ground espresso in permanent. We'll just keep on going with this. And I'm going to, let's see, let's put one about in every one of these guys, or close to. These don't have to be all exact. Are you kidding me? Oh, I did it upside down. Almost said real bad word. Okay. Reset. I'm like, I thought that was on the other side. Yeah, it was. Goofy. What a dummy. All right. Maybe that's the sign that this should be our last little strip before we do something real out of control. Okay. We'll just, you know, we'll have them go two directions. It's not like we're not going to split them up when we use them anyway. All right, so now, ooh, do we want a word or do we want a number? Do we really have to ask? I've resorted to, in order to keep from losing things, I repackaged them in other things that they don't belong in, but it's better than losing. So, let's see. Number 7. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I like it. Just keep going. Don't complicate things. And don't push so hard. There, see, it works better when I don't push so hard. Flipping it over because it's upside down. Cool. All right, now, do we want, we do want, I do know we want, but I gotta gather my thought for a second here. I think that we want a little bit of fun color on here, and I think we're just gonna play with our ink. So, what color do we want? Where did I even put my dish of inks? Okay, that don't even make sense. I just had it. How do you lose a whole drawer? Well, oh, you put it over here. Let's look at salt water and maybe a little bit of this. I don't know. We're gonna try to not get too out of control. Let's see what kind of brush we want to use. That might be too big. I don't have a lot of good brushes because I keep using them. I keep using them for glue. And then I don't wash them well. Here's one that's not too bad, but it's actually glued to something else. Whoops. We'll figure it out. All right. I shouldn't be drinking soda this late at night, but I am. Let's get some water. I just turned around and it's dark outside. All right, so set this off to the side here. And let's get just a little bit of this saltwater taffy. I should probably, let's pick this up before I spray it. Stop being so afraid and just put water on it. Okay, let's see. We'll use the little bitty one to start and see what we end up with. Now one of these I stamped with distress instead of archival. Oh, look at pretty. That's one on the other end because these are all the right side up. This is kind of fun. Something different. We don't do much little painting. But isn't that pretty? Super subtle. I don't know how many times I've said subtle today. Lots, many, a plethora. All right. We're about to remember here real quick which one. Oh, I do like that a lot. Maybe it'll be cool because the little bit of water will cause it to bleed a little bit. Maybe it'll look neat. It's this second one, if I recall. I just stuck my hand in it. Oh, lordy. Oh, maybe it's not. It's bleeding a little, but not very much. Could even probably go in with a little bit more. I like it. A bit more just here at the base of each one. Let's do it. Gives it a little bit of dimension without being too particular. Just here where they're coming off. Just enough. So this particular one isn't all that fast, but that's, oh, I did it again. I don't even know why. some days. All right, so there is that. I really like this, you guys. I think it looks pretty. Just swipe that up. Now, let's see about some green. And I put it right in the exact same spot that I just had it, so you know I'm going to be dragging my hand through it again. Just a little. It doesn't even have to be right in the lines. It can just be the idea that we've painted in the lines, and it's enough of a touch of color that it stands out just a bit. There. I don't think we need anything on the number. Now, I do want to cut them apart, but what I want to do this time is just pick the, just gonna fold that over. I want to pick the logical end of it, not necessarily measuring. Oh my gosh, I'm getting myself all tangled up. All right, so how about right here for this guy? And maybe right there. And here. And right there. This one can be a little bigger and off center. Am I straight? Yeah. Straight. There, and since we don't have to have an exact measurement, we'll just go somewhere in here, as long as we're straight. All right, whoops. If you want to use a paper trimmer, that would certainly work. Big one, little one. I'm trying to cut about down the center of the indent. If it will bother you to have an indent, you could always fold it in half and cut on each side. Stop it. Let's go with here. Let's go ground espresso. I wouldn't even call these little tickets or anything. They're kind of like tiny little, well, tiny little watercolor paintings with a partial frame. These would look cute. Put them on, well, anything that you would put a ticket on, I suppose. Oh, well, okay. Got a little bit crazy with that one. We better get crazy on the other side so it matches. There, that ain't so bad. Maybe I kind of like it with the little extra. I do like it with the little extra, and I think I'm going to do more of it. Not on this one, though, because it's too skinny. We are just about finished. I'm going to try to get into a schedule, better of a schedule, with our Thrifty Thursdays and 15-minute Fridays. And then, you know, another video at some point during the week, but still not sure exactly what schedule is going to work out the best. And if I try to figure it out too much, then I just overanalyze everything. We don't need to be super concerned with all our analytics and all of that stuff because it's not as fun. Let's add some here. Do a little inking here. I like how it looks on the edge there to do that. Especially on this kind of, I don't know what I want to call this. Cleaner one. It's kind of cleany looking. Not super vintagey, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just saying whatever comes in my brain. Yeah. And these could also be inked, but I don't think we necessarily need to do that just yet. You could even ink them when you're ready to use them so that you can tie it in with whatever page you are working on. So, how is this for a little sit down? Nice thing to do on a whatever day we decided it was. Tuesday, I guess. Fun with Skinny Washi, inspired by the amazing and hilarious Toni at Crafts by Toni. Thank you, Toni, for being amazing and giving so much fantastic inspiration. So guys, let's call that just a little over an hour. Not too bad of a way to spend the evening. I will catch all of you guys very, very soon. Bye.